Welcome to Scare Tales. From Art Bell, Ghost to Ghost. Sherry from Ashland, Oregon. Haunted House Story. Back in 1989, my husband and I moved into an old house built back in the 1880s in Ashland, Oregon. The house had been a rental for many years. Prior to moving in, the landlord never mentioned anything strange occurring. Shortly after we moved in, our daughter was born. She was very ill. She was hospitalized for a couple of months. When we finally brought her home, she needed oxygen support plus the assistance of a heart monitor. As her bedroom was small, we moved the crib into the living room in order to accommodate the medical equipment. Every night I slept on the sofa next to her crib to keep a close eye on her. One winter night at about 1 a.m, I woke up, as I usually did at that particular time, to check on her. The rocking chair next to my daughter's crib began to rock back and forth by itself. My terror and shock was further intensified when the chair continued to rock faster and faster. It was almost as if whoever or whatever sitting in the chair was enjoying rocking. Although paralyzed with fright, I was able to yank the covers back over my face, hoping that when I looked again, the whole thing would be a dream. After about 5 minutes, it seemed more like an eternity. I peeked out from under the cupboards, only to find the chair still rocking by itself. Needless to say, I was so frightened, I kept the covers over my head for the remainder of the night. Fortunately, my daughter never did wake up. She slept through the entire episode. Since that night, other unexplained things began to manifest. After coming home from a weekend trip, my husband and I found our daughter's framed baby picture standing straight up on their sides, placed on the very edge of the shelf above the fireplace. If the pictures had been moved forward even 1/8 of an inch more, they would have toppled. One afternoon, I was sitting at the kitchen table paying some bills. All of a sudden, my daughter's baby monitor began to pick up a strange rustling noise coming from the room where she was taking a nap. The noises sounded as though someone or something was wearing heavy clothing that moved or shifted when they walked. When I went to check on her, I found her asleep in the exact position she'd been in when I put her down for a nap. Nothing in my daughter's room would logically explain the odd noise. Since this was the middle of the summer, we had our windows shut and the air conditioning on all day long. My daughter didn't have any blankets on her either. When I went back to the kitchen, the monitor began to pick up that same peculiar sound. Other times, mainly in the evening, my husband and I would see a white mist or a cloud float across the ceiling in the living room above the fireplace. On several occasions late in the evening, my husband and I would hear the voice of 2 elderly women talking. The voices came from the bathroom. Every time my husband got up to investigate, the voices ceased immediately. To make a long story short, we decided we didn't want to raise our child in this already occupied house. On the very last day we were there, a strong, almost sickening sweet aroma encompassed the area on both sides of the front door. As the day progressed, the smell became stronger, almost to the point that it was nauseating. Interestingly, the current residents have not reported anything unusual. Fortunately, our unwanted house guest did not seem to follow us to our new home. Subscribe for more stories.